A very good evening to all of you. Through my talk, I'd like to touch upon what I call the 3 R's of science: research, repercussions, and regulations. It's amazing as to how much attention is being paid to the minutest of things, that now we're even able to replicate and alter genetic material. Science as it is quest for knowledge. Yeah, so and understanding the way things work, it's necessary. So when the basis of research is scientific understanding and understanding how understanding things and how they work, this is excellent. But technologies and applying science to make products, it's an entirely different ballgame, especially in life sciences and biotechnology. This brings me to my second R, repercussions. According to Richard Dawkins, he's a very famous evolutionary biologist, genes are not blueprints, they are recipes. So, say there's a blueprint, and if you change a part of the blueprint, the final product is changed in a perfectly predictable manner. But genes are recipes, they're not blueprints. So let's say Jamie Oliver, he's baking his famous sponge cake, and the recipe says 200 grams of butter, but he decides to add 4 times as much. The result is, you might expect a really buttery sponge cake. Yep, okay, yes, that's true. But the cake also collapses because it collapses into an oily mess. Genes are like recipes. Your modifications might give you the desired result. It might do what you're aiming to do, but also cause unpredictable side effects. When we introduce a gene into a plant from other plants or bacteria, one of the greatest concerns is that we don't clearly understand, we don't clearly know where it's going to end up. Our limited understanding of such and a lot of other things, it's a serious concern. We should right now be expecting unpredictable results. Off-target mutations can go up the food chain in no time. The process of introducing a wrong gene, say into a wrong organism, may lead to a biological disaster, an ecological catastrophe. If we mess up the primary producers, I'm talking about plants. Plants use solar and chemical energy to synthesize their starch. If we mess them up, it will inevitably reach us. We must consider green and sensible ways to do this. Firstly, we need to reduce food wastage. Food for about 2 times the global population. It's being produced each year, 2 times the global population. And yet so many people don't have enough to eat. It's all in the hands of us. It's all in the hands of us humans. But we've already messed it up so much. Yeah. So the solution is not necessarily to produce more or to produce better with genetic modifications. Our obsession with perfection and human supremacy over all of life, this must go. It's a horrible idea. The bad state, the horrible state to which we've brought the planet right now is due to ideas of exploitation. You discover something, you understand something scientifically, exploit. You want to make an economy out of that. And short-term socio-economic benefits, it's really not smart. It's definitely not. There was a play called The Coast of Utopia. It was premiered at Olivier Theatre in London. There's a dialogue that says, it's only we humans that want to own the future as well. So it's only us who've owned the planet, who think we've owned the planet, and we want to do it in the future as well. We want to just be using everything for us. This brings me to the third R, regulation. We need to understand that all of life is intricately connected and woven together. Natural laws must be understood and worked with. We shouldn't go against them. So what we're doing is we're trying to understand natural laws nevertheless, but we're not working with them. We are creating stuff that almost work against nature. Some institutions and individuals have been propagating incomplete information and misleading people, and also regulatory bodies. Economic and exploitative motives, trying to go around regulations and even making biased regulations. It's a foolish thing to do. It's a very stupid thing to do, especially in genetic engineering. So, gene editing patents, for example, they need regulation. They need to be, no, they need every patent that's filed with respect to this, it needs to be thought of in ways of where it's going to be going, how it could be used, how it could be misused, more importantly. Also, strict laws are needed, not deregulation. Mind you, not deregulation. We cannot afford to do this, at least not now. Quite some non-tested GMO products are being discovered in both markets and farms in different parts of the world. Since we live in today's world, basically, today's world is, we export a lot of stuff, especially foodstuffs, fruits, vegetables. They really cross continents. So additional oversight is necessary. Again, not deregulation. We need to regulate even more than what's already there. Transgenics must be carefully studied and regulated. With this, I'd like to end by saying that conscious research and development, conscious products are the way forward. Thank you for listening.